So in the first part, we have studied about the poem How to Tell Wild Animals, written by Caroline Wells. In this poem, we have actually been talking about the theme that there are various animals, there are different types of animal in the jungle, and they all possess different qualities. As we as a human being do have different qualities, similarly, these animals also have different qualities that make them capable of living in the provided habitat. So in this poem, we have studied about till now three animals that were lion, tiger, and leopard. Now proceeding further with the next paragraph, that is next stanza, that is stanza 4. Here we are going to talk about bear. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubt, I guess, he'll give you just one more caress. So, actually, in this stanza, we are talking about the animal, the wild animal bear. So, the poetess is telling us that if in a casual walking way you proceed deep into the jungle, you may meet a creature. And the creature doesn't seem to be dangerous, but it is going to hug you very hard. Why it is going to hug you very hard? Because it is a very fat, tall, strongly built body. So it appears to be very huge as compared to you. So it is going to give you a very strong hug. If you still don't recognize, if you're still not able to recognize this animal, then you can, or if you have some doubt that whether it's a bear or not, then you can recognize it as it will give you a loving touch. Okay, caress here, the word is caress. Caress here means giving a loving touch, like the bear may touch your face or may hit your face. Okay, although this hit is going to be hard, but from bear side, it is a loving touch, right? So basically, bear has a very loving, you can say, character. So with a hug and the loving touch, you can easily recognize that it is a bear. Okay, moving to the second stanza, that is the fifth one. In this stanza, we are going to talk about hyena and crocodile. Okay, now, hyena is a wild animal. Its appearance is similar to wolf and dog. But when you will look at its face, it seems like the hyena is smiling. It will appear like smiling, but actually it is not smiling. Okay, hyena is a very dangerous animal. Fine. So, hyena will appear to you as a smiling creature, like you can see the picture. But actually it is not a smiling one. Similarly, if you will see a crocodile, it's a natural process that when crocodile gulps its prey, when crocodile catches its prey and it tries to gulp it inside, then tears comes out of its eyes. It's a natural process. There's nothing different. But never ever get confused when you see the tears in crocodile's eyes. Okay, because that is just a natural process. That doesn't mean that the crocodile is crying. There's an idiom also in English, we call it as crocodile's tear, and in Hindi we call it as, what do we call it as? Magarmach ke aasu, right? So actually these tears are not coming out of the eyes because of emotion, because of that sad feeling, but it's a natural process. So what poet is saying, though to distinguish beast of prey are novice, might, nonplus. The crocodile you always may. Tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Okay, so here, if you will observe, the poet is telling us that if you are novice means an unexperienced person, a person who doesn't have much experience, a newcomer, a beginner. So novice means a beginner. Okay, so you are a beginner, it means you don't have so much of experience about wild animals. Then you might non-plus. Non-plus means you will get confused. So non-plus here means confused. So poetess is saying that if you don't have much knowledge about the animals, then you might get confused about what? You will get confused about the appearance of crocodile and hyena. Okay, because hyena, although it's a very dangerous and a very attacking animal, but it will appear to be smiling, whereas crocodile is very tricky, very dangerous, but you can see tears in the crocodile eyes. So if you are a beginner, you will get confused with the appearance of these two beasts. We have just studied beast means dangerous creature. Okay, now proceeding further to the last stanza, stanza number 6. Now, very interesting creature, chameleon. We pronounce it as chameleon, right? A true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. So, here, chameleon is a reptile. Okay, reptile means the animals which creeps. Okay, so a chameleon is a reptile that appears to be like lizard. It seems to be like lizard. He hasn't any ears at all. You will never, the chameleon doesn't have any ears. They don't have ears. Okay, and not a single wing, and they don't even have wings. Okay, if there is nothing on the tree, this is chameleon, you see. So actually here the poet is saying that although the chameleon is there on the tree, but you won't be able to recognize them. You will feel that there is nothing on the tree, but the chameleon is there on the tree already. Okay, so here I hope you remember we are doing the poem. What is the poem's name? How to Tell Wild Animals. Okay, and the poem is written by Caroline Wales. Fine. So we were talking about chameleon, right? You know, the best quality of chameleon is they have the quality to change the color of their body as per the surrounding. And that is the reason which makes them invisible. Suppose they are on the green color leaves, in between the green color leaves, they are going to change their color to green. Okay, so in this poem we have studied about 7 different creatures. The first was a lion. Okay, I think there's some network issue. Okay, the second was a tiger. The third was a leopard. Then we have studied about bear. Then we have studied about hyena and crocodile. And at last we have studied about the chameleon. Done? Now let's talk about the poetic devices that has been used in this poem. The 3 main poetic devices that has been used in this poem are personification, alliteration, and enchantment. Okay, personification we have already discussed many times. Can anyone tell me? Can you raise your hand and help me out to recall what actually personification device is? You can raise your hands. Okay, yes, Ansh, please unmute yourself.
I'm treating something or someone as a human.
Yes. Okay, so personification is device is something where a non-living creature, a non-living thing and an animal is compared to a human being, is represented as human being. Like in this poem, we have studied about all 7 animals. They all are animals. But the pronoun he has been used to indicate them. And he is used for human beings. So we'll say that personification device has been used. The second device is alliteration. Who will tell me? We have just studied, and in all the poems we are studying about alliteration device. Yes, Bhumi, can you help me out? Unmute yourself, Bhumi.
When same letter is repeated in the
Yes, when same alphabet is repeated, please mute yourself, Bhumi. When same alphabet is repeated 2 or more times in the same stanza, We call it as alliteration device. Now, at times, in spite of alphabet, this sound is also repeated. Like you can see who and height. Her sound has been repeated twice. So here also we'll call it as the alliteration device. And the third one is enjambment. Who will tell me what is enjambment device? Yes. Okay, no issue. I'll help you out. Enjambment device is the device which is used when one complete sentence of the poem is written in two different lines. Like, see the example. If ever you should go by chance to jungle in East, it's a complete sentence. But the sentence has been taken to the second line. Okay, so we'll say that enjambment device has been used here in this poem. Is it clear, class? Is it all done? Fine. So I hope now the poem is very clear to you all. You might have understood the theme of the poem that we have already discussed, where the poetess is trying to tell us about the qualities of the animals, about their habitats, and what characters they possess, so that we can be experienced enough to recognize these animals. Because being a beginner and going into the jungle is very dangerous. Is it clear? So we are done with the poem here. Okay.